Hi everyone, thanks for watching Access Hockey MI. Thank you for coming along with our 2019 slobber all over it. We've been talking about our 2019 drafts in preparation for the 2020 drafts. Can't wait to see how those go. Very excited to have some hockey coming up. Hopefully, not sure when that is. Anyway, I digress. We're going to talk about two defensemen today. They were late picks in 2019. We're going to talk about Moore and Gustav Berglund. And why don't you start?
I will. So both of them are 19. Both of them are 6 foot.
So many similarities.
I know. It's pretty crazy. Like, we drafted pretty big in 2019.
Which
and
we've
a lot
been
of
saying.
defensemen, too. Yeah, there's big boys, which is great. A lot of Euros, too. But Moore, he spent and has spent a lot of his time here in the United States leagues and Canadian leagues. He just recently finished out in the BCHL with 33 points in 55 games.
He's a defenseman.
He's
that's
defenseman.
Pretty good.
Yes, that's pretty encouraging. Granted, it's a junior league, but still encouraging that he sees
we all
offensive
know
moments.
There's differences.
The huge.
Yes, all that stuff.
He's committed to the University of North Dakota for 2020 and 21, so we'll see how that all plays out for collegiate hockey coming up.
Mm-hmm.
But one of the biggest things that we noticed about him is his puck control. He's kind of a finesse skater, so that's going to be the biggest difference between these two guys. Moore is definitely into, not the fancy footwork, but he's very smooth. He likes to use those wings. His offensive zone entry is really strong, and he seems to be able to just slide right through everybody.
Mm-hmm. And
I used a lot of hands in that, I realized.
In contrast, and I do want to say about Moore, it is interesting that he's going from the BCHL to the NCAA because it's going to be less games played. So I wonder if it's going to be an easy transition for him. I'm excited to see kind of how that works. And
or if his stamina, because it's the bigger, stronger guys, if it's
because it's not often you see more games to less games.
Yeah.
Usually see less games to more games. Anyway, more games. Anyways, Gustav Berglund is 6'2", like Rachel said. We drafted pretty big. He's another Swede, which is great. We love the Swedes. 19 years old. He was playing in Frölunda HCJ 20s, and he had 14 points in 30 games played. Again, defenseman and Frölunda HCJ 20.
Yeah.
I mean, it's not the top tier of the Swedish leagues.
The J20s are still pretty dang good.
Yeah, they're still going to be good. So that's pretty impressive that he was able to get that. In contrast to Moore, he's a more physical... I can't get over it. It's not that funny.
Don't even get over it. It's hilarious.
He's a more physical player, a more physical skater. Rachel noticed he skates pretty upright, but it leads into his strong ability to kind of force guys off
He's
a
with
puck.
his shoulder a lot, too, and that's something I think he should look out for.
Yeah.
Because a lot like Sider, he's a bigger guy, so that shoulder, you got to be aware of your body, but he's very strong.
Yeah, whereas Moore, he kind of uses his finesse skating to get in between guys. I feel like Berglund uses his physicality to kind of force guys off the puck, to use his stick for checks, to take away space. And I think that, of course, having that big frame is really helpful for that. And he's also a pretty confident guy.
Yes.
He wants to be an offensive defenseman, which is great because you can't go wrong with defensemen who want to enter in the play with some
They
offense.
want to be more well-rounded. Yeah, he noted Erik Karlsson as the guy he's kind of like looking up to right now.
Yeah, he said Erik Karlsson, so we watched an interview with him, and he said Erik Karlsson for the offense, and then he looks at Nick Lindstrom for the defense side. So he really does want to do the well-rounded defenseman, which I think is going to be great.
That's encouraging. And another thing, between the two of them, obviously they both have kind of their niches. You've got the finesse versus the big body and the kind of physical style play, but they're both very needed pieces in the Red Wings organization where, Moore, he is a bigger body. He will be able to utilize more of a physical style play, and I'm sure he'll get that when he's in the collegiate level. It's just right now that's not his thing at the moment. It's not to say he's weak.
And it's not to say it will be his thing.
No.
I think he will grow in that, and as these guys both gain more weight, they get more muscle mass. As we've said, these guys in the 2019 draft, most of them are projects, in the future that the Red Wings are going to be watching going forward. Hey, how are these guys developing? If they're developing on the course that the Red Wings find to be good enough to pull up, they're going to make those moves. So that's with all that to understand.
I'm interested to see with Moore, because he's going the college route, if he's going to take the full 4 years. And
I wonder,
we've mentioned it before, but with draft picks like this who are committed to universities, the Wings do not have to sign him to an entry. They own his rights for that full 4 years, and then they choose what to do with him. Whereas in Berglund's case, I want to say that it's a little bit different because he's on loan right now for 2020-21 to Allsvenskan. I think I said that right.
Nice.
Nailed
You just
it.
got to go into it. You can't think about it too much. You just got to slur
Speak it with confidence. We're not that Swedish.
No.
But he's on loan for them for the entire season. So after that, it might be up in the air whether or not they sign him. And, we're pulling over guys already. So it's going to be interesting to see how these two develop and how they kind of pick up on those different avenues, the offensive end and the body and physical end, and see where they go from there.
Yeah.
And
So,
a question for you. I had a
say.
question. I wanted to see, between the two of those, which one do you think would right now fit better into the Grand Rapids and Red Wings organization? Put me on the spot. It's normally me.
I'm like, I want to say, you go. You go first. I'm reading over our notes and I'm trying to.
I know.
You
it's
have
hard.
an answer
I
because
do
you
have
asked
an
the
answer.
question. So
I do
you
have an
go for
answer.
it.
Right now, I would say Burkland.
Okay.
But I think Moore, his style of play, is going to fit a little bit better in the NHL at that level because I think he already kind of possesses that a little bit smoother offensive mind. So, of course, given the 4 years, I think he's got a little
I'm going to take
bit more
the
promise.
easy route and say that both these guys could
gee.
contribute in different ways to the current teams.
Yeah, that's fair. That's
But
fair.
we have said that because we would think that Gustav Berglund needs a little bit more finesse, Moore needs a little bit more again, needs more physicality. So I think that both of them, they're missing those pieces, which is to be expected with guys who are developing, and that's what we hope to see in their developmental progress, is to see them gain a little bit more of their own game, because it's not bad that either of them are missing something.
No.
It's just something that they can work to,
Right.
or a new niche that they can find that works for them, and it could just be great.
I'm going to be excited to see how the different developments play out, though, because the European versus North American, that's always something that's really fun to compare and contrast as you
North
heard us
Dakota,
do
they have a
before.
great
They do.
They have a great developmental program as far as guys coming over to play for them, and I think it'll be good because it's going to be bigger guys than Moore has faced before.
Significantly more
And
challenging.
Burkland, we have
than
nothing to complain about the European style of development either. So
I love them.
that is our take on Cooper Moore and Gustav Berglund. Watch our other videos. Like I said, we've been going through the 2019 drafts, and I think
We're gonna
either
be wrapping
coming.
up soon
I was
here.
going to say we're coming into the end. / we might be there. Have to see.
We got one more.
We have one more.
Yep.
Sorry. But yeah, look at those videos. Tell us what you think about Cooper Moore and Gustav Berglund. You're probably more familiar with Burkland, but let us know what you think about these two guys and who you're more excited for. Maybe if you agree or disagree with us, let us know. We don't care. We
Give
love
us
to hear
your
what you
best
think.
Cooper Moore pun.
Haha. It'll be easy. Don't worry about it. Anyway, so Cooper Moore, Gustav Berglund, check them out if you haven't already. Thank you so much for watching, and we hope you're all doing so great, and we'll see you next time. Bye, everybody.